Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Heroes of the Storm VOD. I am Hoss, and before we get into the game itself, I've got a quick message. I'll be giving away a Heroes of the Storm beta key alongside every single video that I upload to my YouTube channel over the next 10 days. That's right, every VOD is a chance for you to gain access to Heroes of the Storm. All you have to do is comment on the video and make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. The comment can be feedback, it can be that you enjoyed the game, something that you picked up on throughout the game, or something you just enjoy about Heroes in general. For example, just comment on this video and you are entered for this video alone. That's it, it's as simple as that. All that's left to say now is enjoy the match and good luck with winning a key. That is arguably one of the greatest North American esports organizations to ever grace this earth. It's going to be Evil Geniuses, the legend that is Idri in the top lane on Tassadar, Stitches, ZP's mid lane, KoTS on Tyrande, and then Sheth is going to join them on Brightwing, then Faye down the bot lane on the Valor.
And on the right side of your map, definitely the underdogs coming into this tournament this evening. Proteges on Rhaegar going to the top lane. Hospital playing Malfurion, not Vala. Ivy Slime on the Sergeant Hammer. Sky Lol on the Zagara. And it's going to be Dahu on the ETC. The gates are down. The lanes are taking shape. And we are officially into our first match of Kings of the Storm Invitational number 11. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first match of a best of 3 between these two teams. All matches will be a best of 3. The finals will be a best of 5. So we have a lot of great Heroes of the Storm coming at you. All of the best North American teams. And I'm looking forward to it. Looking at level 1 talents, looks like some pretty standard stuff across the board. And me missing first blood. Way to go, yep. Shane Gucher.
Essentially, you know that like quick match strategy where on Cursed Hollow you sit in the horseshoe with the Stitches?
Yep. Is that
happened?
Did ZP just pull that off?
Yep. ZP's and KoTS.
So it's great to see ZP and KoTS on the same team again because they were on Glorious, and Glorious was a team who, in their heyday, was one of the top North American teams, and they were known for their hyper-aggression. They were known for their Arthas Kerrigan, and even way back in the day, Diablo Kerrigan. That's going way back, though, when a much different time, a much different game. And I'm glad to see that they're bringing that style back to Evil Geniuses, because as I mentioned, Evil Geniuses has always been known for their conservative play and their more conservative style. And with KoTS ZP bringing that aggressive style, I feel like it's really going to supplement their gameplay very, very well.
Yeah, certainly so, and it's actually interesting that they're sending Brightwing to this mid lane. It just seems a bit of a strange one. Because why put Brightwing in mid lane when you could put them in like bot and switch them up with Valor, and then you have a 50% chance of being as far away from the tribute as possible. And worst comes to worst, you're close and you're in a 1v1 lane with ETC.
I feel like maybe they wanted a really strong lane top, and they didn't think Brightwing would bring enough to the table. Though, I don't necessarily know how I feel about that particular statement, because as you mentioned, the mobility is what's Brightwing's strength is, and by putting her in the mid lane, you completely take away that strength that she has. But with that being said, Brightwing is actually a phenomenal solo laner.
Yeah. So
putting her in mid lane definitely secures you a lane. And once again, Shane Gucher is off a very bad start. I missed the kill in top lane as I very briefly switched to the middle lane. These hooks and lunar flares are coming fast. I gotta get on my A game here.
Yeah, don't worry, I missed it as well. I didn't see it. But the lunar flare is gonna miss that time. And this tribute is in the bot lane, so either way, this 3-man roam squad is gonna have to move down to this bot side of the map where Faye and Daihu will be waiting. And in the mid lane, Sheth is just having to play a little bit cautiously, going up against 2 fellow healers.
So they are keeping Tassadar Idiger in the top lane. I agree with that decision. Siege Hammer's in the top lane, a very immobile hero. I don't think we're going to see any heavy rotations from that because it would not enable LunatiK to get themselves in good position. Speaking of a good position, Evil Geniuses able to get themselves the 3rd kill of the match. The first one I was able to catch onto the Malfurion. This is going to secure them about a 2/3 experience level lead. Their first tribute of the match, and certainly a good window of opportunity for getting level 7.
Certainly so, and there it is, level 7 on the side of Evil Geniuses, and what are we going to see? They should be pretty standard talents. We're going to see Gust of Healing coming out of Brightwing. Toxic Gas, going to be a little bit more of a damage style Stitches on him. Battle Momentum Valor standard, and now we're just waiting to see what Tyrande will take at this level 7. which considering...
So generally, this is the time where teams fall back to their mercenary camps. But looking at the compositions, neither of these teams have a really good merc camp clear without over-committing to it and obviously having to take their presence off of the map. Though we might see a little bit of an aggressive rotation right here. The Rhaegar is getting caught here, and Evil Geniuses is making a very aggressive play, using the bribe, using it smartly. They're going to deny that mercenary camp, and that's a great timing. This is going to force a response out of LunatiK, and if they're lucky, the tribute will spawn here in just a moment, and that will play into their hands greatly.
It's the response coming out of LunatiK is essentially Rhaegar is obsolete on this map for the next few seconds. Because he cannot go anywhere else. He was the closest one there, and they're going to have to commit him, and now he is... unless he were in the top lane, he is as far away from this tribute as possible. Not looking great on the mana front, nor is he looking great on the health front. And in fact, he's going to have to tap the well before they even go anywhere near this tribute. And ZPs is getting ready for the hook, but that one gets farsighted.
Farsight is a go-to talent anytime there's a Stitches on the map. It really grants you that vision to know exactly where you need to be or where you need to not be against the Stitches. Dodge the hooks. Once again, this tribute absolutely favors Evil Geniuses due to positioning, due to the fact that they are on the horizon of getting their heroics. We might see a little poke and soak here, as Zagara is pushing top, though it's pushing top against a Tassadar. Both the tier 1 towers, and it looks like Tassadar actually bossed that Zagara out of lane, and this is going to enable Evil Geniuses to further get themselves a very big experience advantage.
Certainly will. There's no one from either team in the bot lane here. ETC and Hammer both in the mid lane, means that EG, they are going to get themselves second tribute 2-0. And it means that when this third tribute spawns, there's going to be a extremely good XP advantage, especially if Protege gets hooked, stunned.
Oh, beautiful.
And taken down in the bot lane. Healing ward comes out. They're going to have to mount up. And the chase is on. Set Benny Hill theme here. He gets taken down with the Stitches. Slan, 3-man push in the mid lane though. Coming out from LunatiK in response to this. They're about to hit 10 and get their heroics.
That hook, Lunar Flare, has been on point for Evil Geniuses, Haas. I don't think they have missed. Whenever a hook landed, the Lunar Flare follow-up was in the air by the time the hook was even bringing that player back. So they are definitely in tune with each other. Oh, no. A little bit of a ZP hook coming out right there. Picking up the minion. Not an arrow hook, a ZP hook coming out there. And a 4-man push coming in the mid lane. So it looks like the game plan for LunatiK is hit level 10, push in this mid lane, get the tier 1 towers down, get a curse, get some forts, and secure themselves a strong mid game. They are down a level, and finally, a tribute is spawning that favors them rather than Evil Geniuses. It's going to be right over here, right in this choke point. This tribute position facilitates such great team fights because there's so many choke points and bottlenecks that positioning can get real sketchy or real fast.
And when you have a Maw that could turn into a mosh pit, it is extremely dangerous, and that hook actually hit Daihu somehow. He's going to be able to get away from that one. And looking at talents, the mosh pit has caught me off guard. We don't really see too much Zagara, but battle momentum isn't standard on her, right?
I do see when Faye plays Zagara, she does occasionally get battle momentum. The other Zagara players generally don't, but I have seen battle momentum a number of times. Sometimes they get the first aid that she gets, which helps her regen. Or is that at level 13? I don't quite remember. A hook onto Rhaegar there, again, is the Lunar Flare composition. A Rain of Vengeance to secure the kill. Tranquility is a little bit late. The damage has been done, so 1 out of the 2 healers is down for LunatiK. And this is a great position for Evil Geniuses, about to hit level 13. They are definitely bossing around LunatiK. Again, another ZP hook coming out off the mark. The gate was in the way. And this tribute right here is going to be favoring Evil Geniuses. This is more than likely going to be a curse for them. Though, with that being said, a lot of heroics are still up for LunatiK Gaming, and they could possibly take a fight here because Rhaegar is maybe just about 10 seconds away.
Yeah, he is, but it looks like Cawthon Luck is going to get the tribute. Skylol going to get hooked as well, but he's going to have to more out of there.
There's the follow-up Ancestral Healing. That was very well done, but unfortunately ETC needed that Ancestral Healing a little bit more. Now the frontliner is down for LunatiK Gaming. They do not have a tank to protect their hammer. They don't have a tank to protect their Zagara. This is going to sound the horns of retreat. Try to get themselves in a better position. And now they're worried about not only are they facing a curse, Evil Geniuses is posturing to take this boss. However, it looks like they aren't going to do that. They are not feeling confident enough. And they're going to fall back and just do the more secured, conservative play. That's get themselves tier 1 towers, some forts, get some more map control, and then kind of take it from there. As when you have map control with the Stitches, It is such a great factor to have in your hands.
Hook.
Because if they don't have that vision to know when that hook is coming, then you can just land hooks for days. Look at that Lunar Flare composition. Faye, or not, sorry, not Faye, but Cawthon just throws them out whether he thinks they're going to hit or not. He's like, there's a hook, I'm going to hit E. Boom.
Yeah, and that's what Tyrande and Stitches should be doing. Combining things so well, even if they do not hit. And one thing I really actually enjoy about seeing Brightwing these days is that 13, you see a ton of different talents. So I think
this is true.
From Brightwing competitive games I've seen every level 13 talent get taken. This time, Shith is going to go for the Ice Block. But I really like the idea of Phase Shield, also Sprint works, and of course the slow on the Arcane Flare as well is a good one to go for as well. But this time Ice Block, meaning that if you do get in the middle of a fight, you can Ice Block there and then just blink out afterwards once focus has hopefully gone away from you.
Taking a look at the numbers, that Vala is substantially ahead of anyone else on the field. More than doubling the damage of LunatiK's top damage dealer of the Zagara, and that's the strength of multi-shot Vala, man. She is gonna get that damage done no matter what. She just battle momentum plus spamming that W. It's a massive amount of she can do. She does a respectable amount of single target damage. She does a significant amount of AoE damage, and that leads to numbers like this, ladies and gentlemen. The healing looks about even. Brightwing is keeping up. There's the Lunar Flare hook composition that is on point once again, but the Ancestral Healing was able to counter-initiate that combination right there. Dahu is out of position. The Tranquility has been popped. Where is Ahmad? There is Ahmad. It's taking out the Tyrande. That's not a prime target to be hitting with that. Looking for the Archon. And now Devouring Maw is on cooldown. Dahu is going in there looking for a mosh, but he's got to be careful. There's a Lunar Flare immediately interrupting it. The Rain of Vengeance to secure the deal. Signed, sealed, and about to be delivered as Evil Genius has taken down LunatiK here. 1, soon to be 2, possibly 3. Ivy Flame doesn't have those boosters up. And this, once again, is looking great for Evil Genius's Hoss.
It really is. The Lunar Flare gonna land on Malfurion. Protege gonna fall as well. That was 4 kills. Going in the favor of EG. They didn't even lose a single hero either. They have so much dominance right now. They're going to push this mid towers down and most likely turn their attention to the keep as well if they so wish. But the tribute is up in 10, so they may decide just to back out. But nope, they're going for it.
Yeah, they're more than likely going, you know what, let's get ourselves a keep, fall back, get the tribute, fall back, get the boss. We have level 16. LunatiK is nowhere near level 16, and they're on autopilot, man. This is when Evil Geniuses, this is the position they love to be in, is they have the map control, they have the advantage, and they slowly, it's a slow battle. It's a matter of divide and conquer for them. It's about attrition, where they just slowly asphyxiate the enemy team to the base. They have smart rotations around the map. Anytime anyone is out of position, they punish it, and they punish it quickly, and that has always been the play style which has favored them. They do it in such a great manner.
Speaking about punishing with map control, LunatiK know exactly where EG is. They don't see them on the map, but they know exactly where they are. They are either tribute or boss. And they're just going to go take their own boss with a lot of time to spare. Meaning that by the time this boss maybe gets to the fort, they're going to be at their tribute. At the tribute, okay, no, they're not going to be in time. EG did a lot of damage late onto that, so they're just going to decide to push this top lane. And what's going to happen? They're going to be 1-1 on tributes with Gent while taking a fort. It's a good idea here. Coming out of LunatiK just to try and swing the XP back in their favor.
Yeah, they got to do something, but at what cost here, Hoss? Because they know the sport's going to be going down. They are hearthing. They know this bottom keep is susceptible. The bribe being utilized to great effect. Now they have a golem. They have siege ogres. They have level 16, a 3-level advantage. A great hook on Adahu. He needs to power slide out of there. There's the polymorph followed by Lunar Flare. Do they have the damage? They do have the damage. Down goes ETC. And Evil Genius is already on their way to possibly getting this bottom fort, possibly getting themselves the first victory of Kings of the Storm Invitational number 11, ladies and gentlemen. This boss is still at a good 90% HP, and this is just not looking good for LunatiK whatsoever. Another great hook on Ivy Slum, followed by Lunar Flare. Man, they're on point.
They really are. And it looks like this is going to be the first map going over to Evil Geniuses. The GG's coming out from Ivy Slime. This boss doing work alongside all members of EG, and that was a very impressive performance from them, mainly Cawthon and ZPs. Just that combo alone more or less won them this game.
Well done by then. Make sure you watch your posture, because if you do, half of your face might get cut off.
There we go.
I'm talking about Evil Geniuses, of course. They have really good posture. They sit, they're like Flash. They have it, like, you know what I'm talking about?
They have like really nice chairs as well, though, so, you know.
So Evil Geniuses playing kind of the manner that I expected them to. Just smart rotations. They never really overextend. They only take a map objective when they know they have the advantage, whether it's a small one or a big one. And they are so good at punishing that, man. And that's really was the story of that match. That synergy that ZP and Cothenluck have, those guys have been playing with each other for the better part of, I would say, 6 months now, shows with the Tyrande Lunar Flare into the hook. Every time a hook landed, the Lunar Flare was there, and that just was so well executed by them.
Yeah, it really was. And that was essentially what won them game. They had such a strong pick comp. You said it pre-draft that EG really liked to run these pick comps. And I even said that LunatiK thought they had won the draft with the Malfurion, with the Rhaegar, and then the Brightwing really didn't do much apart from polymorph all game. Who needs a healer when you can make it a 5v4 instantly and force the enemy to disengage?
Exactly. Add insult to injury. Not only did you just get hooked like a fish, not only are you getting hit by shooting stars, now you're a sheep, and a dead one at that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be getting into Game 2 as soon as the draft is up. I'm Shane Gucher. With me is Haas. This is King to the Storm Invitational number 11. Don't go anywhere.